Yesterday I watched a movie. I watched the new ass motherfucking Hellraiser. The new Hellraiser. Now I want to say this. I'd love to do a Hellraiser marathon and watch every Hellraiser film. Maybe I'll do that next year. I'm not sure. I have seen, I think, maybe half of the Hellraisers overall throughout my life. And I love the first two Hellraisers. I think they're great. I've seen one or two of the other ones. I haven't seen the one that's in space or whatever. But the thing about the Hellraiser series, I don't know when the last entry was before this one, but the thing about the Hellraiser series that's really great is that it deals with different kinds of, like, you know, it's kind of basically like, ultimately it's really just kind of gory slasher movie, but it's so unique and so interesting. Right? It's kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street, whereas, like, you know, that whole thing is you die from a guy in your dreams, right? It's another realm. But like that, except the guy in the other realm is a Cenobite, and they're like a fucking fucked up creature that is just like purely in torture and pain and eternal suffering for pleasure and entertainment. You know, the whole thing with the Cenobites, way, is that it, like, you know, they have the human body and they're able to, like, they have some power where they can't die, right? So they just, like, mutilate their bodies in extremely painful ways just to see what it feels like, right? Because they know that they cannot die. They know that they're unable to die. And so, yeah, I'll just chop my own arm in half, but, like, not this way, not at the elbow, but, like, this way, like this, woo, right? Anyway, I gotta get this out of the way. And now maybe I missed him. I just want to say this. Maybe I missed him. But I didn't see Butterball in this movie. Now, I don't know. It's unclear to me if this is a sequel, a remake, just a reboot. I'm not sure. But where the fuck is Butterball? What happened to Butterball? We had Chatters. We got Pinhead. Where the hell is Butterball? I was waiting for Butterball and his cool ass shades. Very disappointed. But anyway, so this movie, I think it's good. I don't know when the last Hellraiser movie came out, so I don't know how long it's been in between that one and this one. But this movie is great. I mean, it really is great. I thought that the thing about Hellraiser is the older ones have a lot of practical effects because they're 80s movies. But the thing about it is the universe that's kind of created in Hellraiser really does feel like it would benefit from having really cool CGI. In this movie, we kind of get to see that. The CGI in this movie looks really good. It looks really, really good. Like, the thing about, so you got the puzzle box, right? And in this movie, the puzzle box has different forms. And, you know, you get a sacrifice and it moves on to the next form and you have to get another sacrifice. You just stab people with it, whatever, that kind of thing. But then when the Cenobites, like, come in, like, the world changes, right? Because you enter the different dimension, right? The Cenobite dimension. And so there's, like, this one scene where one character is in the back of a van and they've been sacrificed, right? So they're you know, they've been cut by the box, and then it's kind of like they start tripping out on, like, you know, LSD or some shit. You know, they start seeing, like, the walls change, and then there's this one part where they're in the van, and then the van gets, like, really long, right? And it looks really good. I loved it. This movie is, like, really fucking, it's really trippy, especially the scene at the end. I'm just kind of walking all around in this movie for the review. But the scene at the very end where the guy, I guess, is turning into a Cenobite, and he's, like, looking into, like, the blank whiteness, and you can kind of see, like, the fucking fractal shit in the whiteness, but it's, like, super low key. Yo, that's the shit that I see when I'm on shrooms and my eyes are closed. I thought it was really cool. I thought they did a great job because they showed his, like, pupils, right? Like his eyeballs, like, changing form and dilating, and the color of the eyeballs changing as his, like, flesh is ripped apart. And then they show, like, the POV of him looking into the abyss and seeing, like, the fucking fractal waves like he's on drugs. I thought that was fun. The characters in this movie, I feel like the characters were the weakest in this movie, to be honest. You have the main character who's, I guess, like an ex-drug addict or something. And her boyfriend and her brother is like a fucking piece of goddamn shit who like hates her because she's trying to improve her life and she used to like do drugs or some shit. Like, and like, who cares? I mean, it's not that big of a deal, and she's trying to get her shit together. But anyway, so the brother is like a huge fucking piece of garbage and like just abuses the shit out of her. And then so accidentally he is the first one sacrificed. I just have to say, like, the characters, I mean, I like the main character, the protagonist, right? She is a good character, but her boyfriend, I didn't really care about the twist. I guess the twist is okay, where the boyfriend was working for some guy to lure her, you know, to like getting the box for them or something. But like, it was kind of unnecessary. It didn't really change the plot much at all. You have the brother's boyfriend, who's okay. I mean, he's probably the best character besides the protagonist. You got, you know, just I don't know. I feel like the characters in this movie were just weak. They didn't really, I don't know. That's just my criticism. The Cenobites, I have to say the Cenobites looked amazing. Now, again, I'm pretty upset that there was no Butterball. Where the fuck is Butterball? But Chatters, yo, I love that scene when Chatters got hit by the box, and it turns out that the Cenobites themselves are able to be sacrificed. So Chatters gets hit by the box, and he instantly, like, just like, is like, oh, I guess that's it for me. He doesn't run. He just like backs up and like puts his arms out, and then like the chains like pull him apart. Oh, that shit was great. Again, the CG in this movie was really, really good. Now, I love the practical effects of the original Hellraiser movies, but this one, again, it looks great. I thought Jamie Clayton played Pinhead really well. I love the voice thing that they were doing, like where they were like doing like weird shit to the voice. That was cool. I love like how they had like that mansion that had like the Cenobite protection grid, some shit like that, like out of 13 Ghosts or some shit. And I thought that was super cool. And I love that when they're in the mansion and then they look outside and all the Cenobites are just kind of standing there waiting. Like they know that they're going to be able to just outweight them. Where are they going to go? They're going to open it and run away? They're not going to run away. Right? So anyway, I got to say, this movie, it's great. It's great. I got to watch all the original series Hellraisers. Now, again, I've seen the first two. I saw one or two of the non-numbered sequels. It was a long time ago, but I watched 1 and 2 recently. I think maybe last year. So maybe I'll look into watching the other ones. Maybe next year I'll do a full franchise marathon. That could be fun. But I'm waiting. We've seen a lot of like horror movie franchises like getting new installments. Recently, there's a new Candyman I gotta check out. And I want to bring back like the fucking yearly. I want my ideal universe, right, is every year there's a Nightmare on Elm Street, there's a Friday the 13th, there's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there's a Hellraiser, there's a Candyman, there's a Halloween. Like, we got to bring these back. We got to have like the fucking annual horror franchises, and every October there's like fucking 10 releases. That's what we need, and I'm going to will that into existence. It seems like maybe we're heading in that direction. We're getting a lot of remakes now. But I love franchises. I really do. But anyway, Hellraiser, the new one, 2022, just came out a couple days ago on Hulu. I recommend it. It's great. So there you go. Rosemary's Baby. I've seen that when I was very young. I gotta watch it again.